My dear students, how are you all doing? How's everything?
Good afternoon, ma'am. Alhamdulillah, fine. How are you?
I'm good, thank you, dear. Where are the rest? Only 7 attendees? Where are the rest? Do you have classes before this one? It's already 3. Okay, let us start. I don't have any time to waste. We need to finish as much as we can today as usual. We are always running. Let me share my screen. Okay, you can see my screen now, right? Week 5, we are now theme 2. We already started theme 2. Last time we had a few exercises about the vocabulary of the theme, which is all about technology. And today we will go deep into the reading part with other vocabulary items, together with some grammar points. Last time we spoke about before and after the present perfect tense, asking open questions and making sentences negative. And we said that there are 2 types of questions. The open questions, these are the WH questions, where you expect any answer. When I ask you, how old are you? So I don't know. So it will be so many responses, or what's your name, or where do you live? So these are open questions. But on the other hand, we have the closed type questions. These are the yes, no questions, where I am specific. Either the answer is going to be yes, or the answer is going to be no. That's why we call them closed questions. Making sentences negative, these are adding not, nafy, adding not, making the sentence negative, having its negation, adding not. And we said that we have verbs in English, 2 types of verbs, what we call the main verbs, and these are all the verbs in English except the modal verbs, shall, should, can, could, will, would, and so on. And we have also the auxiliaries. The auxiliaries, or the helping verbs, verb to do, verb to be, verb to have, and the modal verbs. Verb to do, verb to be, verb to have can also be main verbs, depending on the context. So verb to do, when it means to do something, to do an action, like I did my homework last night, here did is a main verb. I am Egyptian, am here, verb to be, is a main verb. I have a red car, have here, for possession, which means also it's a main verb. And these 3 verbs can also be auxiliaries or helping verbs. They help main verbs in forming other kinds of verbs. Like, for example, if I want to make a question, I will use verb to do. So do you live in Bahrain? I can't say live you in Bahrain. So I need verb to do. Yes, I do, or no, I don't. So again, with the negation, I need verb to do. I don't live in Bahrain, or I don't live in Manama. I live in Muharraq, for example. Verb to have as a helping verb, you will notice we used it in the present perfect, the past perfect tenses. I have lived in Bahrain since 1998. Verb to be as a helping verb when you are doing those progressive or continuous forms. Like, for example, I am living in an apartment. I am living in a luxurious building. I am playing basketball at the moment. He was studying history in the past, whatever. So here we use verb to be for the continuous form or for the passive form, المبني المجهول, where your subject is not known, the passive. For example, the window was broken, full stop. Who broke the window? I have no idea, but I have only the action itself. that the window was broken, together with the object of the sentence, which is the window. Who broke the window? It is not mentioned, maybe because I don't know, or maybe it is not that important to say who broke the window. But the important thing is that the window was broken. I am repeating what I have explained throughout the 4 classes, the past 4 classes. I am repeating myself again. Do you have any questions regarding these issues?
No, doctor.
No, I don't.
Are you sure? Is it clear?
Yes, doctor.
Please, if you have any questions, I would be more than happy to answer you, no problem. I just want you to know that there are 2 types of verbs on the top as an umbrella, main verbs and auxiliaries. And when we look at verbs, after we classify them into main verbs and into auxiliaries, we go to the second level to describe verbs according to their tense, past, present, or future, and according to the form. شكل الفعل, how the verb will look like. Is it in the base form, the infinitive form, or is it in the simple form, or is it in the progressive or continuous form, or is it in the perfect form? So this is the second level of looking at verbs. Also, we need to know the structure of the sentence again. Is the sentence written in the passive form, where here I am highlighting and stressing the object together with the verb itself, like the window was broken, or I am using the active form, المبني للمعلوم, where my subject is known, الفاعل, the doer. The boy broke the window. So here I have a doer, the boy, I have a subject, and I have a verb, and I have also the affected participant or the object, المفعول به, which is the window. These are very important. These will help you a lot in all your grammar exercises, how to write sentences in your essays. Those who are studying English as their major, this is really very important, and you will be looking at higher levels of grammar when you take the 120 course, the Introduction to Linguistics and Phonetics. Are any one of you studying this semester, or still? I think when you're done with this course, because this course is a prerequisite, right?
Yes.
Yes, right? Next semester, inshallah, next year. So I want you to be very much aware of these basic grammar points, and you will keep them with you also when you reach 112, the more advanced English course. And those, as I told you, who are studying their majoring in English, in the English language, in 120, you will be focusing more on higher levels of grammar. So the basic ones should be already there in your heads. Khalas, you will trespass this and you will move forward. And for those who are taking other majors like business or IT, you need to know how to structure a or a correct English sentence to be able to write your reports, your emails, your TMAs, and so on. So please take this into your consideration. It is not just that I want to pass the English course and that's it, and I will throw all the information into the rubbish bin after I am done. No. Keep them with you, keep the notes, keep my PDFs, keep everything. You will need them even if you're not majoring in English. Okay, theme 2, it's all about technology. Today we are going to try and do as much as we can regarding the grammar points. I have added here the number of pages that I am hoping to cover, but as usual, we won't be able to cover everything. But mainly, inshallah, we need to cover the reading part, page 52 to 53, 52 and 53, and then we also have grammar points and we have vocabulary on page 54. So let us hope for the best, and whatever we covered in these 5 classes will be in your quiz, inshallah, next week. So if we didn't finish all of Unit 2 or Theme 2, don't worry, I won't add anything that I didn't cover with you in class. So go back to the 5 PDFs, the number of pages. If you want, you have the recordings. You will know what exactly you need to study and to focus on. And the things that I write that you need to cover on your own as self-study, عليكم. This is part of, especially in Theme 1. This will be in the exam, in your quiz. Because I wish I could do everything with you in class, wallahi. But again, you know, you are an open university. This is blended learning. So some parts will be covered during classes and other parts are for the student to cover on his or her own. And this is the strategy. This is how an open university blended learning is defined. But again, if you need any help, you know how to find me. Okay, today we'll be looking at a brief history of space travel. We will be looking again at past events in our reading. So let us open the book, pages 52, this one. And we want here to apply our strategies, remember reading strategies of skimming and scanning. Remind me, what do we need to do in skimming? And let me take your participation marks today. Remind me.
Doctor?
Yes, please, raise your voice. I can't hear you properly.
Sayyid Ala.
No, I can't hear you. I'm so sorry, I can't hear you. Who is speaking and I can't hear you at all?
Sayyid Ala.
Sayyid Ala, okay, where are you? Your voice is so... okay, maybe it's me.
I'm driving, doctor. I'm driving, but I can
You're driving?
participate.
Oh my God, what is this? What is this, Sayyid Ali? Okay, just be careful. We don't want any accidents. Tell me.
Back at work today. Scanning is skimming is to look for the specific to look for specific information in the text. Scanning is to scan just to look for the whole text together, and then to skim to look for specific information. Is it?
Thank you, Ala. Do you agree with what Ala said? Ala said that skimming is looking for specific information, but scanning is looking for the overall picture, having a general view. Do you agree with Ala?
No, ma'am.
What's your name, dear? Hafsa, is it?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead, Hafsa.
Because scanning is scanning means the specific information we are looking for, and
So it's
skim
completely the opposite, right? It's completely the
Yes.
opposite. Okay, explain,
Yes.
dear. Go ahead, Hafsa, explain.
Because if, for example, if we are looking for specific a certain date or time, we would like to read the paragraph that is having the numbers.
So we will be looking for numbers or
Yes.
dates. Okay, this is scanning.
Yes,
So
this is
specific
scanning.
details. But skimming, it is, remember the open buffet, where you take a tour, you take an overall picture. Okay, what
Yes.
are the steps? Thank you, Hafsa, and thank you, Ala. So Ala, now you know the difference. What are the steps for skimming? Who would like to tell me about the steps of skimming? I need new people, guys. Every time I have only 9 names out of the 33 or 35 who are participating. These are going to take, if they continue like this until the end of the semester, they will take the 5 marks, but others won't.
Doctor,
and believe me, you will need them. Yes, dear, what's your name?
Aqila.
Yes, Aqila.
First, we should know what we are looking for in the paragraph or in the essay. Second,
no, dear Aqila, I'm looking here, I'm asking, what is my question? What are the steps of skimming? How to skim? How to take an overall picture of the article in front of us. We will be applying this on the one in front of us, a brief history of space travel. I don't want to read it all. I just want to have a brief picture, an overall view of what is this text about. So
Yes.
I gave you the steps.
Yes, yes.
Yes, Aqila. No, Aqila will say it. Aqila will say it. Yes,
Okay.
Aqila.
We should read the title.
Yes, very
and
good.
read the introduction.
Mm-hmm.
And read the first para completely.
Mm-hmm.
And then read the subheading.
Okay.
And we should first read the first sentence of each paragraph.
Very good.
And then we should dip into the paragraphs, into the text, I mean.
No, skimming, as you said. So we are going to read the title, the subtitle. We are going to read the first paragraph, which is the introduction, and the final paragraph, which is a conclusion.
Yes,
and then the first sentence of the body paragraphs, the inside paragraphs. Thank you so much, Aqila. Okay, let us apply skimming on the article in front of us. Who will tell me what exactly we are going to read in this article? I had a lady who wanted to speak. Yes? Let us apply this. What are we going to read first?
A brief history of space travel.
Who's this, Aqila again?
Yes, doctor.
Okay, so this is the title, A Brief History of Space Travel. Thank you, Aqila. What else are we going to read?
We will read the introduction.
What's your name, dear?
Maryam Ali.
Maryam Ali. New, but you participated before. Okay, the introduction. But before the introduction, so we are going to read this one, A Brief History of Space Travel, this one, and then we are going to read also the introduction, which is in about until gunpowder. Okay, and also the subtitle, this one, part 1, gunpowder, cannons, and rockets.
Rockets, yes.
Okay, we will look at also the pictures. We forgot the images. This is a Chinese rocket. This is here, we have here 2 other pictures with also captions, you know. Captions are the descriptions at the bottom of the picture. A cannon of the Middle Ages, a medieval castle. Okay, who would like to read the first introduction? Who would like to read the first introduction? In about. Come on, participation marks. Don't forget this. Yes. The gentleman. The gentleman in the class.
I will.
Okay, what's your name, dear?
Noor Akram.
Noor.
Yeah.
Do we have
In
to
about
another? Noor what?
Noor Akram.
Akram.
Yeah.
Go ahead, dear.
In about 800 BCE, a person in ancient China mixed sulfur, potassium nitrate, and carbon. He set fire to the mixture, it exploded. The mixture was gunpowder.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Noor. Okay, who would like to read the first sentence of the first body paragraph?
Can I go, Doctor?
Yes, please. What's your name?
Mu'adh.
Go ahead, Mu'adh.
The new invention of gunpowder was mainly used by the Chinese in fireworks.
Thank you so much, Mu'adh. Okay, the second paragraph, who would like to read the first sentence?
Can I?
What's your name, dear?
Hafsa.
Go ahead, Hafsa.
Between the 10th and 13th century, Arab traders in China learned about gunpowder.
Thank you, Hafsa. Okay, this paragraph?
Can I?
Yes, dear. What's your name?
Hiba Tariq.
Hiba. Go ahead, Hiba.
Cannons could blow huge holes in castle walls.
Thank you, dear. Okay, what about this paragraph? Yes? Okay, so let me be nasty then and ask people. Said Mahmoud, can you read? Said Mahmoud.
Yes.
Can you read, please, Said Mahmoud?
Yes.
This one, this sentence. Go ahead.
Werner von Braun, a German,
yes,
German
scientist,
studied the rockets of the
ancient
Chinese and the commons of medieval Europe.
Okay, shukran. Thank you. Let us see who else can read. Hassan Ali.
حسن علي واد.
الاثنين حسن علي ما شاء الله. حسن علي عبد الله. حسن علي عبد الله. حسين علي. So this means that the students are just inside the class, but they are not in the class. So when I call your names, who's this? Hassan Ali. When I call the names and I don't have a response, this means that this student is absent, even if he is just there on Teams, but actually he's not or she's not there. Yes, Hussein, please read the first part of the final paragraph.
Which
Go ahead.
paragraph, teacher?
The final paragraph, yes, please.
Werner von Braun's
No.
German scientist.
You are not here with us, Hussein. This one, on the 8th of September.
On the 8th September 1944, the first rocket hit London. It killed 3 people and wounded 17 before the end of the war. Over 500 rockets were launched. They killed nearly 9,000 people and injured more than 25,000. Burns unremarked to one of his colleagues. The rocket worked perfectly except for landing on the wrong planet.
Okay, very good, very good, very good. Thank you so much. So this was, just to make sure, this was Hussein Ali, right? Hussein Ali Abd al-Shahid, is it? Yes, Hussein Ali Abd al-Shahid.
Yes.
Thank you, Hussein. Okay, very good. So now we did skimming. Now it's the time for scanning. What do we need to do to scan? What is the tip that I gave you? I gave you a tip. We are going now to look for specific details. What are the specific details that we are going to look for? How we will know? We will go.
Yes.
For dates or the pictures.
If there is any words in bold or italic.
No, this is in the skimming. Now we will go and read the questions. Okay? We are going to read
We will
the
find
questions.
specific facts.
Yes, according to the questions that we have. So what are the questions? We will start with C. We will start with C, understanding a text. Read the opposite, the text opposite, deal with any new words, match each question below with an answer. So we have here 8 questions. We need to match them with their answers. Okay, so this is the scanning part. I'll give you 5 minutes to do this exercise and we will be back and check our answers together. I want you to match the questions with the answers based on the text. So for example, what happened around 800 BCE? You will go here and check for the date. It is in the first paragraph. Someone invented gunpowder, so you know where to find the answer. What is gunpowder? You will look for the word gunpowder. Again, it is also in the first paragraph, and so on. I'll mute myself and I will give you 5 minutes to answer the question, and I will keep my screen open like this for you. Yalla, let's go. تفضلوا. Okay, guys, let's see what did you do. What is gunpowder? Number 2, we'll go with. Yalla, come on, open your microphones, please, and speak up.
A mixture of S, KNO3, and C.
Okay, so it is a mixture of sulfur, this one, and let me open this here better. Okay, very good. How can we do it like this? So what is this was one goes with someone. How will I do it? I think like this.
Ma'am, in front of the first one.
Like this, right? Okay.
Yes.
What is gunpowder? You said it is a mixture of sulfur, this nitrate, and carbon. Very good. What did the Chinese use gunpowder for?
Fireworks and rockets.
Very good. For fireworks and rockets, or for fireworks and as the power source for cannons? Which one?
Fireworks and rockets.
Yes, very good. When did gunpowder arrive in Europe? When? So here I am looking for timing.
Sometime
around
30th
the
Very good, very good. What did Europeans use gunpowder for? So see the keywords, European and gunpowder. Europeans and gunpowder. So I will be looking for Europeans and gunpowder in the text. What is the answer?
Fireworks and as the powder source for
Very good.
cannons.
Very this one. Okay. Why did gunpowder lead to the end of castles? Again, why? This means I am looking for the reasons.
Doctor,
Because
because cannons with
gunpowder
gunpowder
Very good.
and the
Very good. Very good. You're doing great. Because since I have why, so my answer should contain or include the word because to show the reason. Okay, what was the power source for von Braun's rockets?
liquid
liquid
oxygen.
oxygen.
Okay, and the last one, what did von Braun want to use his rockets for?
Space travel.
You can take a screenshot of the correct answers. Who got them all right?
Me.
Doctor, I did it all right.
Me.
Very good, very good. See, you didn't read the whole text, but you managed to answer simple questions. Sometimes the questions are harder than this, but again, you can manage to save time, to be specific at what exactly you are looking for. Okay, I just want to point out something here in this question number B. Okay, number 2, actually. Read the topic sentences on the left below, then read the statement beside each one. Is it true or false? If it is false, what will the paragraph be about? Where do we find the topic sentences in a paragraph?
in the beginning of the paragraph.
Okay, so it is the first sentence of the paragraph. And if you look at the sentences in front of you, you will find that these are the first sentences in the paragraphs that we read. The new invention, this is in paragraph 1. The new invention of gunpowder was mainly used by the Chinese in fireworks. Paragraph 1 will be probably about Chinese fireworks. This is true, but mainly used for something else too. What about the second paragraph, or paragraph 2? Between the 10th and the 13th centuries, Arab traders in China learned about gunpowder. So this means that paragraph 2 will probably be about Arab traders. Yes, this is also true. Cannons could blow huge hotels and castle walls. Again, paragraph 3 will be probably about castles. And if you go and you check, no, this is wrong. Not only the paragraph was about castles. Why? Let us see. Or was it about castle walls? We're not sure. This is true, but we need here to check paragraph 3. So what are we going to do? We are going to read paragraph 3. This one. Cannons could blow huge holes in castle walls. The arrival of gunpowder in Europe therefore led eventually to the end of castles because there was no safety inside a castle anymore. But what has all this got to do with space travel? So is the whole paragraph about castles only?
No.
Okay, but it was about castles in relation to space travel. So here, let us go back to the question. And here we are going to say it is it is true. Yes, it is true. Also, it is true. Sorry for this. It's true as well. I just got messed up between moving through. Okay, it is true. It is about huge holes in castle walls and the relation, castles and the relation with space travel. So this is my mistake. Okay, what about number 4? Werner von Braun, a German scientist, studied the rockets of the ancient Chinese and the cannons of medieval Europe. Paragraph 4 will probably be about cannons in medieval Europe. False. Why? Because it will probably be about the rockets in London in the past. How we will know? We need to go and read paragraph number 4. So it is not only about cannons in medieval Europe. The last one. It is like this here, and this one is here, and this one will go to the last one, and here we'll have true. So we have a true, 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 false, and the last one is also false. Let us see. On the 8th of September 1944, the first rocket hit London. Paragraph 5 will probably be about the future. How come? Future and in 1944, September 1944, this is a very past date, and it is going to be about the future? Of course not. It will probably be about the rockets in London in the past. So these are the right answers if you want to take also a picture. I won't be able to put them in a full screen for you. Okay, so true, 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 false, and the last one is also false. Topic sentences, topic sentences. These are topic sentences. Okay. Again, I am reminding you that the vocabulary will be found in the vocabulary boxes scattered across what? Across the themes. Let me go to the first question. What is the connection between fireworks and space travel? Or let me go actually to the first question here. What is the text about? Is it about fireworks? Is it about space travel? Is it about cannons and rockets? is it about gunpowder? What exactly the passage is, or the text is about?
About space travel.
Very good, very good, very good. It's about space travel. You will find this in the title, and when you read, you had a full picture, so everything is coming up to the idea of space travel. Everything is letting us go to this end conclusion. Space travel, how space travel developed. It started with gunpowder, cannons, and rockets, and then now we have what we know as the modern space travel. What is the connection between fireworks and space travel? It started with, space travel started with fireworks. People started with fireworks, and then this moved them to space travel, as we read in the text. Okay, let us review the vocabulary together. Did we do this together last time? No, right? No. Okay.
No.
Oh, yes. I can't open it here. Okay, we will just have to do it like this. What does the underlined word mean in each sentence from the text in lesson 2.6, the text that we just read? In about 800 BCE, a person in ancient China mixed sulfur, potassium nitrate, and carbon. He set fire to the mixture. What does the word mixture mean?
A mix of things.
Not a mix of things. It's a substance made by mixing other substances together. Not things, substances, because this potassium nitrate and sulfur and carbon, these are substances. Okay, so a mixture, it's a substance made by mixing other substances together. Thank you so much. The new invention of gunpowder was mainly used by the Chinese in fireworks. The word mainly.
More than anything else.
Okay, more than anything else. Yes, specifically, mainly, specifically. Mainly is also what we call an adverb. An adverb that tells me specifically, mainly, the whole thing will be about this. 90%. Okay. The Chinese sometimes fired rockets at their enemies. You can use a dictionary in this case. What is an enemy?
Someone you had a fight with.
Okay, this could be one thing. As people who hate somebody or who act or speak against somebody, so you don't like this person, you consider him as your enemy because you hate him or her, and so on. Very good. Between the 19th and the 13th century, Arab traders in China learned about gunpowder. What is a trader?
A person who buys and sells things.
Very good, very good. For a job, this is a job, to buy and sell things. Very good. There are reports that cannons were used at the Battle for Seville in 1248. A battle.
Big fight.
A fight. Very good.
Fight between two sides.
Yes, yes, very good. The gentlemen, what are your names? The gentlemen who are participating.
Mu'ad.
Mu'ad again, and the other gentleman.
Amin.
Amin. Okay, hi Amin. Thank you. The arrival of gunpowder in Europe therefore led eventually to the end of castles. Eventually.
In the end?
In the
At
end.
the end. And this is Aqila, right?
Yes.
Okay, very good, Aqila. At the end, okay. The fuel of the rocket was not gunpowder, but liquid oxygen. Fuel. We call it in Arabic waqud, right? This waqud, how can you explain it in English? So it is any material that produces power when it is burnt. Okay, so it is any material that produces power when it is burnt. Nazi Germany attacked London with the rocket. Attack, this is to attack, this is a verb. So
To act against something.
very good, very good. To act against, but not just to act in a violent way. Okay, so with violence, an act of using violence to try to hurt or to kill somebody. So it is not a positive thing, but it is a negative thing. It killed 3 people and wounded 17. A very well-known synonym, similar meaning to the word to wound or wounded. Huh.
Injured.
Injured. Very good. Very good. Injured. Von Braun once remarked to one of his colleagues, the rocket worked perfectly except for landing on the wrong planet.
Notice.
Noted. Noted. Said. Told. Wrote. Stated his or her opinion, because remarked here, it has to do with my opinion, my point of view. Very good, very good. You're doing great. If you look at the skills check 1, finding information quickly, the thing that we have been saying all the time when we are skimming or scanning, sorry, using numbers. I'm looking for a date, I'm looking for a time, so I go and look for numbers, figures. And sometimes not necessarily they are written in figures, arqam, but sometimes these numbers are written in words like 3, 13th. Usually in writing, we put the numbers from 1 to 10 in words, not figures. And we put also centuries in words. So for example, the 18th century, the 20th century, the 13th century, and so on. Okay, and the numbers above 10, we usually write them as figures, numbers. So 13, you are going to write it 1, 3, like this. So this is also another way to help you find what we call quickly information using numbers and figures. Either these numbers are written in words or they are written in figures. Okay, guys? Do you have any questions? Do you have any questions regarding the text that we read together?
No.
Okay, since we talked about mainly as an adverb, adverbs are ظرف الزمان أو المكان, like adverbs of place or adverbs of manner. Sorry, adverbs of time. Adverbs of place like here, near, there, and so on. Adverbs of time like now. Okay. Mainly is not an adverb of time or an adverb of place. Mainly is just an adverb. It's just an adverb. Mainly also not even of manner, but it is just an adverb, because adverbs of manner, it is to show you how you do the verb. For example, Mu'adh speaks quickly. So quickly, ly, is an adverb of manner. It shows us how Mu'adh speaks, how he does the action. Sayyid Ala drives slowly. Slowly is an adverb of manner that shows us how Sayyid Ala drives, and so on. How you do the verb. This is another way of explaining some adverbs. Then we have adverbs of frequency, where the ones that we use with the present simple, like always, usually, sometimes, often, rarely, or never. And you can put them on a scale where you start with always and you end with never. So always, usually, sometimes, often, rarely, hardly ever, never. These you use with the present simple to show how frequent you do the what? The verb. For example, I always have coffee in the morning. Fatma usually plays tennis or in the weekend. Aqila often visits her family in the summer. Amin never speaks during classes. These are all adverbs of frequency. Mainly it's just an adverb, okay, that shows that what will come after it talks about what specifically the sentence is about, or the thing is about. So, for example, the people of the area, if you look here at the examples, the people of the area mainly lived in villages. This means that some people lived in towns and cities, but the majority lived in villages. If you go to early cars, mainly used petrol as a power source. This means that other cars, or the subsequent cars used other source of power, or that some cars used other power sources, like, for example, steam also in the past. When we say, for example, the festival of Eid al-Fitr is mainly for Muslims, this means that other religions can also take part, but it is mainly celebrated by Muslims. But we have sometimes Christian friends, right? They also celebrate with us, as we celebrate with them their Christmas, their New Year. Sometimes people celebrate Thanksgiving because, again, we are living supposedly in a peaceful world that respects all religions. So this is the use of mainly. I'll stop here for our short break. Okay, guys, as usual. For 10 minutes, so we will come back at 10 past 4 for 10 to start with the grammar points that I want to discuss with you today in the coming hour. Okay, guys, do you have any questions before we break for a break?
No, I don't have.
Okay, that's good. So let us go for a break then. تفضل, let's go. Okay. I'm back. Are you back as well? All of you?
Yes.
We are
Yes.
here, yes.
Let's start then. What do we have first to cover today? According to my lesson plan, future plans, going to, and future possibilities, will. These are on page 45. So we'll go to the book on page 45. We'll go back. 45. Here it is. Okay. In skills check number 4, understanding going to and will. We use going to, and how we use going to this one. Let me just write it here. No, this not this one. Here, like a note. Yes. Going to, it is verb to be plus going to plus verb in the infinitive or in the base form, infinitive form. Like, for example, I am going to travel to Cairo in the summer. Okay, this is how we form the going to verb that shows the future. How I know? In the summer. So I'm talking about in the summer. Now we are still during our winter or spring, but in the summer, my plans, my future plans is going to travel to Cairo. So this is the structure of the verb. It is verb to be, of course, verb to be in the present, am or is, depends on the subject. Going to, what comes after to, here should be the verb in the infinitive or what we call in the base form, في المصدر, as it is, base form. Okay, another example. She is going to attend tomorrow's workshop. Again, is going to attend tomorrow's workshop. This means that the plan for the future is done, is ready, made. Okay? Clear, guys? How we structure going to? Usually you will be asked to what we call to change what comes after going to. So for example, we can open brackets, going to attend, or going to attending, or going to attends, or going to attended. And you choose which one. So you know that what comes after going to is a verb in the infinitive form. This is one way of asking you the question. Or I can get you a sentence like this and I ask you, is this a future plan or a future possibility? Definitely these are future what? Plans or possibilities?
Plans.
Plans, of course. خطط مستقبلية. What do we mean by plans? We mean that I prepared a plan for this. For example, I'm going to travel to Cairo in the summer. Probably I booked the tickets, I booked the hotel, I have a plan. Okay?
So you make the preparation for
Yes.
doing a such action, a certain action.
Very good, very good. Okay, this is one thing. What about will? What about will? Will is used to talk about what we call future possibilities. Let us go to here the language reference or the grammar reference. To talk about future possibilities. There is this. Yeah, here. Future possibilities, things that are possible in the future. It can happen in the future, but I didn't plan for. I didn't plan for. And I usually tell my colleagues, sorry, my students, that when we differentiate between will and going to, as Said Ala, was he the one who's speaking, the last gentleman, doing the preparation? Was it you, Said Ala?
Yes, yes, doctor.
Okay, so Said Ala said, I did the preparation, so I prepared. في نية مسبقة. There is preparations in advance. I have the intention, so I prepare myself. That's why I use going to. But with will, I don't prepare anything. It's just sudden decisions. Sudden decisions. Possible actions in the future. Okay, that's the difference. That's the only difference. And actually, in some grammar points or books, you won't find that big difference between going to and will. Huh? It's not that big difference. And even it is mentioned here in the book. These are other examples how to form questions and negatives with going to and with will. With other, even here, if you look here, the examples, lecturers use going to and will to talk about the organization of a talk. You're giving a talk, you're giving a discussion, you're giving a presentation. First, I'm going to talk about technology in modern age. Then I will describe the development of space travel from gunpowder or fireworks moving on to rockets. So actually, in normal conversations, we use going to and will like this. But to make this kind of slight difference so that you don't get confused, we will add this point, that in normal conversations, we use going to talk about future plans. We will use will to talk about future possibilities. So for example, when I say I'm going to work for the government after university, so this is my plan.
Doctor, could it be I'm going to use for a future plan for short term, short period?
Short
like
period
I'm
or
going
long period,
to
actually, or long
I'm going to go for the cinema. It is not next month or next week. It could be tonight or tomorrow evening.
Yes, yes,
But
like
I will do it is for something I might do it after a long time period maybe.
No. Both of them are for the future. خلاص احنا متفقين على كده. We agree on this. And as we said here, mentioned, this is how we do going to. Will is followed by a verb in the infinitive form as any of the modal verbs. Okay, so I will travel next month. The same. But I don't want to confuse you. Actually, there is no difference that much between them. But according to the book and how we will test you, we will keep it as it is. Going to for future plans. As you said, Ala, it is I prepared myself. I booked the tickets, I did the research, the search, I have everything. It could be for the short term or the long term. Maybe I'm talking about the summer, so this kind of traveling in the summer, or even if you are going to the cinema after 2 hours, it's the same thing. You planned with your friends, you set up your mind, this is my plan for today. I am going to watch the new one now, Batman. I am going to the movies to watch Batman. Okay? So it is done. خلاص, this is my plan. Look at the example provided to you. I am going to work for the government after university. So this is my future plan. Now I am in year 1. I have 3 more years to go. My future plans is, one of my future plans is to work for the government. But I didn't decide which ministry or which authority in the government. Probably, perhaps, a future possibility, I will apply at the Ministry of Finance, or I will apply at the Ministry of Education, or I will, but my plan, my major plan, خلاص, عقدت العزم على العمل في الحكومة. My plan is to work for the ministry, for the government, whatever the government is going, the government body is. Ministries, the e-government, Tamkeen, Injaz, the courts of His Royal Highness the Prime Minister, or the Royal Court, whatever. Anything related to the government, I'm going to work. What exactly? It is the possibilities. As simple as that. As simple as that. Okay? Clear?
Clear, doctor.
And the difference is how you structure the verb together in the sentence. So will is followed by a verb in the infinitive form, whereas going to is followed by a verb also in the infinitive form, but with to with it. It has to be with to. Okay, if you look at the examples here, the questions, write sentences about your future plans. خلاص. So when I have a question which is that specific, telling you, write a sentence about your future plan, here you can't use will. It will be wrong. You have to use going to. قولا واحدا. You have to use going to. So I am going to see my friends this evening. What are you going to do this weekend? Give me an example. What are your future plans
I'm going
for?
to watch.
Yes, dear.
I'm going to watch a movie in the next weekend.
So Hafsa is
Yes.
is going to the to watch a movie the weekend. Very good. What about in next year or after finishing your studies? Let us take after finishing your studies. What are you going to do?
Doctor, can I participate?
Yes, sure. Said Ala?
Yes, yes.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm going to open my consultant, business consultant company after I graduate by next
finishing my studies. Okay, Ala is going to open his own business consultant company after finishing his studies. See, is going to open. Very good. So you got it. You got it. What about this one? You're talking to your friend. Complete the yes, no question in each case. Let us look at this one. Cinema this evening. The first one is done
to the
already.
cinema this evening.
Okay, it is already done. Are you going to go to the cinema this evening? Are you going to go to the cinema this evening? So it is already done. What about the second one?
Do you have a
Yes, dear, the lady.
Are you going to get a job in the summer holidays?
Are you going to get a job in the summer holidays? Okay, let me write it here. Very good. Okay, so see, what I want you to know that going to is for future plans, whereas will is for future possibilities. This is number one. Number two, how to structure the verb. شكل الفعل, the verb format, and how to write it in, to use it in a yes/no question, the closed questions, and also as in here in the WH question, how to use also going to in the WH question, which is the open kind of question. For example, what are you going to see? I am going to see my, I'm going to see, for example, my friends. Or what? No, I'm going to see the museum. What are you going to do? I am going to play some sports, and so on. This is what I want you to know from going to and will. Do you have any questions?
No, no, ma'am. It's clear.
No.
Okay, okay.
Doctor, in
yes.
making the sentence for I'm going to or I will, we always going to use the present simple.
Yes, yes, of course, because they are for the future. It's not the present simple. These are future. Plus, these are future. You mean is or are has to be in the present. Is or are with going.
Yes, yes, this is my question.
Yes, yes, of course. But they refer to the future. Let us move to page 62. Page 62. This is another also point that I really want to discuss with you today. Most of the things, guys, you already know, but you just want some kind of polishing. I know that I have very good students, and I am sure that you're going to do well in your quiz. I'm waiting for this. I have trust in you, I have faith in you, I believe in you, but you need to study. At least those 10 students who are active and participating all the time. Maybe the others are good as well, but I don't know. Anyways, another skill that I want you to focus on in studying for your quiz is joining information, connecting ideas. It will help you in grammar, structure of the sentences, and it will also help you when you come to write your essays, for example. Connecting ideas, we use two main words to connect ideas, and or but. Can we use them interchangeably, or there are certain rules for and certain rules for but? Are they the same? Do they provide the same meaning? Do they have the same meaning? No. And of course is to add expected information, to add extra expected information. For example, I like eating bananas and strawberries. Okay? And I like playing tennis and watching television. But the word but is used to add unexpected information or opposite information. I like eating bananas, but I hate strawberries. The opposite. although bananas are fruits and strawberries are fruits. But it is unexpected or unexpected, yes, that I like, we usually eat bananas with strawberries. It's very strange. Okay? So this is the main difference between and but. Look at the examples in front of you. Which word do you use to join each piece of information, and or but? So you can have a question like this, to choose between and or but. It depends on the context. It depends on the meaning of the sentence. Is it to add extra information that is already expected, or it is to show an opposite meaning, something which is unexpected? Let us look at the example. He was born in 1867 in Indiana, and he lived there for several years. Okay, tamam, good. But he moved to Dayton, Ohio in about 1870. Why I used but? Because he left the place. So this is unexpected information, غير متوقع. After living some time in Indiana, he left Indiana for another place. What about the second sentence? Let me open this here. The Wright brothers went to high school. They did quite well. They didn't graduate. What do you think?
And they did quite well.
So, and we are going to put here, and they did quite well, yes.
But they didn't graduate.
Although they did quite well, they were good at school, they didn't graduate. Okay, very good. So the Wright brothers went to high school and they did quite well. Here you're going to put a comma, but they didn't graduate. This is another thing that I want also to show you, the punctuation. Okay, they heard about the crash. They became interested in flying. It didn't. Okay, and they became interested in flying. Huh? But it didn't change their plans. Very good. Okay, number 4, the glider flew well. You know, this is a glider. The glider, it's a kind of an aeroplane, an early one without engine. Okay, the glider flew well.
دكتور, is it الطائرة الشراعية?
Yes, yes. But it kept crashing. See? Two opposite things. Two opposite things. It flew well, but it kept crashing. That's why we use but. They learned how to control it. Huh?
And they
learned. Definitely, we can't have in the same sentence but. Yani I can't say the glider flew well, but it kept crashing, but they learned how to control it. This is not English at all, because in the end, I need to join these two sentences together, or actually 3. Number 5, they bought an engine for the glider. They put the engine in the plane. It was too heavy.
And they put the engine in the plane, but it was too heavy.
Okay, very good. The last one, in 1909, the brothers won contract to build army planes.
But Wilbur died just 3 years later.
One of the الإخوة Wright, one of the Wright brothers. Wilbur died just 3 years later.
And they built many planes in the next 3 years.
Planes in the next 3 years. Let us just also add here and but, and let us check our answers. All of them are correct. You can take a picture if you want for the first 4, and then I will show you the last 2. Now I want to show you how to write them in how to combine the two sentences. Let us start with number 2. The Wright brothers went to high school and they did quite well, but, comma, but they didn't graduate. This is 1. This is number 2. Let us take another one. Number 4. The glider flew well, comma, but, comma and space, but it kept crashing and they learned how to control it. Look at the commas. Before and, no comma. But before but, there has to be a comma. Okay? Type. What else I want to explain here and to highlight here? Look at the pronouns, الضمائر. Look at sentence number 2. Where are the pronouns here? Can you spot them out? Pronouns. The Wright brothers went to high school and they did quite well, but they didn't graduate. Huh?
I think graduate.
Huh?
I think graduate.
No. Graduate is a verb, dear. I'm looking here at the pronoun. What is a pronoun? Huh?
Brothers?
Pronoun ضمائر. They, he, she, it, we. Possessive pronouns or adjectives.
They.
Our, his,
They.
her. Oh my God. Oh my God. No. Pronouns. Pronouns. He, she. This is basic English. So on. They. You. We. Okay? So they refers back to who?
The Wright brothers.
The Wright brothers. Very good. And the other they here refers back to?
Wright brothers also.
Wright brothers as well. Okay. What about it? Refers back to?
The glider.
The glider.
The glider.
And they here?
The Wright brothers.
The Wright brothers, because the 6 sentences are together. They are all about the Wright brothers in the article in the previous page. We didn't do it, but we will do later on. Okay, so these are pronouns. Why we use pronouns? Instead of repeating the nouns, and instead of saying the Wright brothers, so we use they, or instead of saying the glider, so it is it. This is one thing. Then we have what we call, look at this skills check, possessive adjectives. Possessive, possession, الملكية. Like, I will take back my words. Okay. These are pronouns and the possessive adjectives. Pronouns, subject pronouns that come in the subject position في مكان الفاعل, في موقع الفاعل, the doer of the action position are I, you, he, she, it, we, you, the plural, and they. Possessive adjectives are my. This is my book. This is your book. This is his book. This is her book. This is its book. Our book, your book, and their book. Possessive adjectives. For milkiya, for possession, to say that this is mine. Then we have pronouns that come in the object possession, in the maf'ul bih or the affected participant place. For example, me. She cares about me. Where is the subject of this sentence?
She.
She, okay, so this is the subject. She. Where is my verb? Where is my verb?
Cares.
Cares. Where is my object?
Me.
This is the object, the affected participant. So me is a pronoun in the object position. Can I say here she cares about I?
No.
But I can say I care about her. So I will be the subject again. Care is the verb and her is my object, which is the object pronoun. You got this point? So I just can't put her in any position or she in any position or I in any position in the sentence. There are rules. These are the subject pronouns, so they come in the subject position, the doer of the action, and these are the object pronouns that come in the position of the object, the affected participant. And then I have a third kind of pronouns, but we don't call them pronouns, we call them adjectives because they are for possession. What I own, what belongs to me, my book, your car, his friend, her brother, its food, our college, your friend, their money, what belongs to me. Okay, guys? Clear?
Clear, doctor.
Only one is saying clear, only Aqila. Where are the rest?
Yes, Dr. Clear.
Sure, you don't have any questions. Excuse me. Okay. Let us apply this to this exercise. Replace the nouns in the text below with pronouns. I can't replace a verb with a pronoun. The only thing that I can replace with a pronoun, he, she, it, or me, they, whatever, is a noun. It replaces a noun. So replace the nouns in the text below with pronouns and possessive adjectives where possible. How? Alberto Santos Dumont was born in 1873. Where is the noun here that I need to replace? Where is the noun that I need to replace and what I am going to write instead of this noun in this sentence?
Alberto Santos
Dumont, all the name of the guy, Alberto Santos Dumont, will be crossed out, and instead I will write
He was born in.
he was born. Okay. Right. In the first sentence, all of these sentences are again together, that they can form a paragraph, or they are all about the same person, Alberto Santos Dumont. In the first sentence, I need to keep his name. Alberto Santos Dumont was born in 1873. Fine. Do I have to say Alberto again was born in Brazil in South America?
No, we should put he was.
Very good. What about the third sentence? Alberto's father owned a large farm. Instead of Alberto's father, possession. His father. Very good, ladies. Very good. Very good. Okay, I can go back again and say Alberto worked, no problem. On Alberto's father's farm.
His father's farm.
His father's farm. Very good. Very good. See, we don't repeat nouns. We don't repeat names. We replace them with either subject pronouns, object pronouns, or possessive adjectives. And I want you to know the difference. Go back to the grammar reference and the table on page 177, and you, with the one that I showed you, you will understand what do we mean by this. The second question number 3, is asking you to do what? To join sentences and delete the subject of the second sentence where possible. So, for example, if you look at the first sentence. Alberto Santos was born in 1873. Alberto was born in Brazil in South America. Do I have to repeat? I want to join these two sentences. What will I add then? I want to join these two sentences. How will I solve this problem?
Alberto Santos.
And
one by one, okay. Let us give some a chance for other students as well. I want to join the first two sentences together. Who would like to give it a try? One?
Can
okay,
I?
One of the ladies. Yes, what's your name, dear?
Hafsa.
Yes, Hafsa.
Alberto Santos was born in 1873 in Brazil in South America.
Very good, very good. Khalas, I don't need to repeat the words again. I don't need to repeat Alberto. I don't need to repeat was born. I will just add the new information. So he was born, the date or the year in 1873, and then the place in Brazil in South America. Very good. What about the second or the other two sentences? Alberto's father owned a large farm. Alberto's father knew about machines. Join them.
May I try?
Yes, please, dear. What's your name?
Mariam Ali.
Yes, Mariam Ali. Very good. Go ahead, dear.
Alberto's father owned a large farm. His father knew about
No,
machines.
I want to join them, Mariam. I want to join them. I don't want any full stops. I want to make them as one sentence.
Can I?
No, I'm still with Mariam. Mariam will do it. Alberto's father owned a large farm. Remove the second Alberto's father. What are you going to add here, Mariam? Remove this one, Alberto's father. What are you going to add?
He knows. We can say like he knows.
Yes, we are going to remove Alberto and we are going to do, we are going to say he. But can we just say like this, Alberto's father owned a large farm, he knew about machines? خبط لزق كده على طول directly, or we need a linking word, a conjunction that we just learned about on the opposite page?
And
Very good. So what will be the sentence then, Miss Shahenda? Let me open another thing to write. It's really very hard to use this. Okay, so it will be Alberto's father owned a large farm and he knew about machines. I can't just remove and. I need the conjunction, the linking word. Okay, very good. Let us take the last two sentences. In 1901, Alberto flew Alberto's airship around Eiffel Tower. Alberto became the most famous person in the world. In 1901, Alberto flew.
Can I?
Yes, dear.
In 1901, he flew it around the Eiffel Tower and became the most famous person in the world.
Not it. And you can say Alberto, no problem. Or it depends if we are going to use it, no problem. He or Alberto flew Alberto's airship. So it's going to be not it.
And he became the most famous person.
His airship found the Eiffel Tower. Okay. And he became the most famous person in the world. Is like this. I agree with you, Hafsa. You can say Alberto flew it. This depends if you used Alberto's airship in the previous sentence. Yani if you did this one on the 18th of September. So it depends what came before. Okay, you got my point, Hafsa?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, okay. Do you have any questions regarding this part? So you will need to study these for your, as well, your, what we call your quiz. The ones that I didn't do with you, the understanding complex adjectives. Only this I didn't do. It's easy. We can just have a quick look at it. Which page is it? Page 55. Yes, it is with the adverb mainly. Page 55. So let us go to page 55 and I spoke about the subject so many times here. I spoke about the subject so many times. Complex subjects, which means more than one word. More than one word. Look at this sentence in front of you. The invention of the steam engine by James Watt led to faster travel on land and at sea. Where is the subject of this sentence? The subject are the words that come before the verb. It could be 1 word, 2 words, 3 words, 4 words. It could be a whole clause, a whole sentence in itself. Where is the verb of this sentence? The invention of the steam engine by James Watt led to faster travel on land and at sea. Where is the the verb of this sentence?
The invention.
Verb. Invention is not a verb. I-O-N.
Okay, invented. Invented.
No. From the sentence, dear. Don't change anything. From the sentence. Where is the verb of this sentence?
Travel.
Led. This is the verb. Led. So all of these the invention of the steam engine by James Watt, all of this is the subject of the sentence. And the verb is led to. And then after the verb, we have the complement of the sentence. Okay? So the subject could be a complex one. It could be a whole sentence even. We will discuss this next time, inshallah, because it's a little bit confusing. I won't include it anyways in the quiz. So let us just wrap up. These are the things that I want you to review. And these are the things that you have to answer on your own. I won't be able to answer them with you. Part of your self-study. And again, those who are still interested in writing a 3-paragraph essay on a festival that is celebrated in your country, you are most welcome to submit it on Teams. Again, inshallah, next week on Tuesday, the 15th, during our class timing, we will have the quiz. It's out of 12.5 marks for 45 minutes. So probably you will be having 25 to 30 questions. The material you need to study themes 1 and 2. Themes 1 is already completed. Theme 2, look for the things that I covered with you last time and that I covered with you today as well. You will have a reading comprehension passage. You will have vocabulary questions. You will have grammar questions. It's going to be on the LMS. On the LMS. You can have MCQs, matching, drag boxes, drag and drop. You can have all sorts of questions that you can do on the LMS. No writing, no essay. Okay? What are your questions?
Doctor, can we write something not about an essay, but not about the festival?
I gave you examples. I think I gave you 2 weeks ago.
I have the ideas, but it's in the start. I don't know how to start it. I couldn't get.
What do you want to write about, Ale? What do you want to write about?
If it is an open subject, we can choose a subject from our own and we write about it. It will be better, yani.
No, but you don't have the luxury to do this in your exams. I'm giving you examples of what you can get in the exams. Okay?
Yes. Yes.
I'm not just doing this to torture you, but I am training you for possible questions in your TMAs and in your final exam out of my experience. So it wasn't only I gave you a book or a person that had an impact on you, your best friend, a role model. I gave you 4 topics, I think, when I explained the writing. I can't remember which lecture, maybe lecture 2 or lecture 3. Go back to my PDFs and you will find the topics that I gave you. So I highly recommend that you choose one of these, Ale, to practice. Start by brainstorming. Start by making an outline for yourself. If you're still struggling, we can meet on Teams in one of my office hours days, and I can help you in putting what we call the basics for your writing. But choose the topic, brainstorm your ideas, put them down on paper, and show me something that I can give you my feedback and we can discuss it together.
I will, Doctor. I will.
Okay, this is for Ale and for all the rest. Do you have any questions before we end up today's class?
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Do you have any questions before we end today's class?
No, ma'am. Thank you.
No, thank you, Doctor.
There is no makeup for the quiz. I am saying it very frankly. Don't come and tell me, Miss, I had an emergency. My internet was not working. I don't have a laptop. I was sick. I have corona. No excuses. No excuses at all for a makeup. I will tell you, خلاص, the 12.5 marks are gone. Focus on the coming grades. I'm so sorry. There are no makeup quizzes. There are no makeup for quizzes. I'm very clear. So you have to be alert to this. 12.5 marks are a lot, not a small number of marks. Okay, guys, let me just download your attendance and you can all leave. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your day. Have a nice weekend. Study, practice, and good luck, inshallah, in your quiz. We will continue with theme 2. We will finish theme 2, and then I will give you at the end the quiz. I'll try to add for you some material on the Teams group to help you study for exercises for your quiz. I already did. Maybe I can add other stuff if I find some. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you,
Bye.
Doctor. Have a great evening. Bye-bye.
You too. You too. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.